What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Absolute Unit, where, like last episode, we feature all the most overpowered and stupidly broken Fire Emblem characters to ever grace the series. Today we are looking at everybody's favorite Hoshidan lobster, Ryoma, aka the Birthright Killer. So let's get started. Ryoma is an absolute unit for numerous reasons, but the main four are stats, growth rates, personal weapon, and skills, especially skills. Jumping into his stats, you'll notice that they are fucking incredible for his level in recruitment chapter. Having high strength, speed, and skill, this Saiyan Lobsterman can steamroll chapter 10, and basically every chapter after that. Typically units that have amazing stats like his tend to have low growth rates, Jagans, but Ryoma's different in that his growth rates literally scream to you, do you need anybody else in your face? Aside from magic, which is literally irrelevant to him because he never uses magic, defense and resistance are both the lowest growth rates, but they're both at 35%, which isn't even too bad, and that's honestly, for his class, that's pretty good. Plus he doesn't need that defense because I laugh at the prospect of Ryoma ever getting hit. This is due to his high speed as well as stupid avoid, but I'll get to that later. If you want to give this already almighty god a wife to further increase his stomping power, the best wives are Ninja Tits, Takumi's fan club, like me, and six-pack shortcuts, which in turn means you can reclass Ryoma depending on said wife, but why would you ever need to do that? He's already perfectly stomping everything as a swordsmaster. They also buff up Shiro, but to be honest, I completely forgot about Shiro because I was too busy going full Raiden in Metal Gear Rising Revengeance on everyone with my Sword of Lightning Justice, which brings me to my next reason, the Raijinto, his personal weapon. The Raijinto, which literally means Sword of the Thunder God, and for good reason, it's Ryoma's personal weapon, which has literally no drawbacks whatsoever, unless you want to count the -1 in defense as a drawback, but usually enemies will be dead long before they even think about hitting you. It also gives +1 in speed, but the biggest things are the +10 avoid and +4 strength just from having it in Ryoma's inventory. And because this is Fates we're talking about, the Raijinto has unlimited uses, meaning why the absolute fuck would you give him anything else to use? The Raijinto is also one of my favorite weapons in all of Fire Emblem because of design, name, and power. And if all the above wasn't already enough reason as to why this Katana of the Apocalypse is grossly overpowered, it also has a range of 1 to 2, so those archers and magic nerds aren't doing shit to him either. I know Birthright's supposed to be easy, but shit, they must have literally sat down and said, how can we make this sword even more broken than it already is? And finally, let's talk about his skills, even though they really speak for themselves. His 3 innate skills are Bushido, Duelist Blow, and Vantage. Bushido states that if Ryoma's support unit is the same or lower level than him, he does +2 damage, takes -2 damage, and receives a +10 critical rate. What the actual fuck were they thinking when they made this? Typically I paired him with Korin and made sure he was no higher than Ryoma's level. Duelist Blow grants him +30 avoid whenever he initiates combat, and you thought this man was ever getting hit. He is not. And of course Vantage, which lets him deal the first blow whenever he is attacked if his HP is half or less, which, I mean, is basically never since he never gets hit. Next level he learns Astro, which is basically the win button, happens often due to high skill. And lastly, Swordfare, which is probably one of the more underwhelming skills, but still notable because at level 15 he learns this and it gives him +5 damage if he uses a sword or katana, which he should be using all the damn time. These skills are stupidly broken in tandem with each other and it makes you wonder why he would ever have to reclass in the first place. How in the actual fuck could this guy ever be beaten? Ryoma is definitely an absolute unit and his performance speaks for itself. Whenever we play Birthright, I try not to use him, but he is so fucking powerful that I always give in to the temptation. If you are new to Fire Emblem Fates or just Fire Emblem in general and want to play Fates, keep this overpowered lobster in mind. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode of Absolute Unit. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you all next time. Peace, have a great day.